the psychology of the flow state. Okay, I'm sure you've heard about this. If not, it's what is commonly known as being in the zone or being in the moment or being fully present. Now, this state is supposed to be the most fun state that you can possibly be in. Okay, now what are the components of this state? Two things. The first one is challenge. The second one is strengths, okay? Now, you should mix this in such a way that it's balanced, okay? Because if there's more challenge than skill, then the task will be stressful. It will be anxiety producing. Whereas if there's too much strength and not enough challenge, the task becomes boring. Now, what I'm going to explain to you today is that the Philippines is that fish tank for free thinkers. It's the perfect place for free thinkers to have fun. Now, why is that? First, let's set the context, okay? In other places, such as Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and all of the other Nordic states, it's very boring to be a free thinker. If I go there, I'll probably be bored because they've already solved all of the problems. They have secularism. They have an RH bill. They have LGBT and women equality. The gender gap is so small, if at all existent. The poverty gap is as well. So they've pretty much succeeded already. And there's no need for free thinkers there. They're already all free thinkers. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, there are places where it's so dangerous to become a free thinker. I'm talking about Indonesia and Afghanistan and Africa and all of these other theocracies wherein if you declare yourself as a free thinker, you will get killed, to put it simply. So the Philippines is in that healthy middle, and I'll tell you why. And of course, why that contributes to all the fun in the Philippines. Now, first of all, let's talk about the shark. Okay, there are many small sharks in the fish tank of free thinkers in the Philippines, but I'll talk about the biggest small shark, and that's the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, or the CBCP. Okay, but this shark, although it's very intimidating and it's a very old, established, and big shark, sorry about that. See, shark, they're still very much defeatable. And why is that? First of all, they don't have such big teeth as in other fish tanks. Okay, say what you will about the CBCP, but they will not kill you. Okay, the best or the worst that they will do to you is, as Medeo Cruz or Carlos Celdran or people like them have found out, they'll file nuisance suits. They'll try to annoy you as much as they can, but they won't hurt you and they won't kill you. Number two reason why I love this small shark of the CBCP is that they're a very funny shark. Okay, as free thinkers in this country, if you read the articles on their website, if you read the news about the CBCP, it's like reading The Onion. You don't know what's satire, you don't know what's actual news, which is why we as the Filipino free thinkers have played with that fact for so long. And lastly, we don't have to do so much to kill this shark. All we have to do is draw attention to them, and when people see what they're actually doing, how they actually think, then they actually bite their own tails. Okay? Now, of course, like I said, they're big, they're rich, and they're old. So we need strength to balance this fight. And the number one strength that we can rely on and that we get fun from is our allies and friends in the movements. If we went against the Catholic Church, and it's a new thing, if we're doing this for the first time, then it might be too hard. But thankfully, we have many allies. We have allies from the reproductive health movement. We have allies from the LGBT movement. We have allies from the freedom of expression movement. And all these people make it that more fun to advocate. And what I really love about these groups is they do more than just talk. There are many people who just talk and type online and do nothing. These people actually get off their asses and go to the streets and demonstrate what they actually stand for. And we are challenged by these people to do the same. So we have activities, we go out to the streets and we do creative protests like this as well. Now, even with all this balance of challenge and strength, all that we do would be worthless if we didn't actually achieve something, if we didn't get fulfillment. And the number one source of fulfillment and the number one source of fun that we get from this fulfillment is from helping others who are not having such a good time in the Philippines. For those who are having less fun in the Philippines. And I'm talking about the people who are forced into closets because of bigotry, dogma, and tradition. I'm talking about the LGBT members. I'm talking about atheists, agnostics, and progressive theists who are trapped in their closets. And I'm talking about the 11 women who die every day because we don't have an RH bill yet. Last 1 minute. So we're doing this for them. But I've been talking about why free thinking is more fun in the Philippines. But our ultimate goal is actually to make free thinking boring in the Philippines. We want free thinking to be the same way it is in Norway, in Sweden, in Denmark. We want there to be no need for free thinking in the Philippines. And that's our goal, to become obsolete. But until that time comes, we want to have as much fun with this as we can. And please help us out. Please help us have more fun, free thinking in the Philippines. Visit our website at filipinofreethinkers.org and let's continue the discussion there. Thank you very much. Yeah. Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Red Tani of
Yeah.
the Filipino Free Thinkers. After all the time speakers are done, we have 10 minutes for question and answer. You can ask
Okay, sir.
any of the 5 speakers of any of the points that we talked about during their presentation. So next we have Robbie Alampay, who is the editor-in-chief of Interaction.com.